Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We just had our pledge. We're now going to be in the most capable hands of Reverend John Kirkpatrick for the John H. Crowder Service Award.
For over 3 decades, John H. Crowder dedicated his life to supporting Union County youth. In honor of his enduring contribution and lasting impact, the Union County Board of Education presents the John H. Crowder Service Award every month to recognize exceptional high school students who actively contribute to their school and community. Recipients of this award excel academically and possess a well-established track record of community involvement. Tonight, we award the February John H. Crowder Service Award to a Weddington High School student. Marcus Liley is a true standout among his peers as a compassionate and driven young man. He welcomes challenges as he always is looking for an opportunity for personal growth. Marcus has been a strong advocate for students in his school's transition to adulthood class, serving as a peer tutor. Leading with his heart, he shows grace and kindness in all that he does with these students. Marcus enjoys teaching them life coping strategies, all while developing amazing kinships. His teachers describe him as a patient, disciplined, and respectful servant leader. Marcus was selected by teachers and administration to serve on the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. He has been an important force in binding the voices of his peers, along with teachers and administration. Marcus has always been an active member of National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, First Priority, and Mentors Club. He is also a tri-sport athlete, participating in varsity football, wrestling, and track. In addition to his volunteer service within the school setting, Marcus demonstrates a strong commitment to his church, Sardis Baptist. Marcus has taken great pride in his work there and developing his faith. Marcus will be attending the University of North Carolina at Charlotte next year, where he hopes to study architecture. Board members, guests, and those who are joining us tonight, please join me in congratulating Marcus Liley as the February 2026 recipient of the John H. Crowder Service Award.
Congratulations. We're now being in the hands of Dr. Pluva for recognitions.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We're excited to celebrate 2 outstanding employees who have been named UCPS Influencers for February. This program recognizes the dedication, passion, and exceptional work ethic of UCPS staff members who go above and beyond daily. What makes the UCPS Influencers program special is that these honorees are nominated by our staff, students, family, and community members, the very people who witness their positive impact every day. I am honored to present Stephen Palin, a school counselor at Porter Ridge Middle, and Liliana Munoz-Witted, an ESL case manager for the Federal Programs Department. I will now invite the nominators to the podium to read the submission and recognize their honorees' accomplishments. Kelly Yerkes, can you please come up?
Yes, Yerkes rhymes with circus. Yes, that's me. He did it right. Good job. Okay,
All right.
Mr. Palin, will you come stand with me? Okay, like you said, I'm Kelly Yerkes. I'm a parent of a middle school student at Porter Ridge. And Mr. Palin has been instrumental in my son's middle school success. He is constantly going over and beyond to make sure my son has the tools and strategies he needs to help him be successful in middle school. Mr. Palin and my son started working together last year in 6th grade and are now taking great strides in conquering 7th grade. Mr. Palin is patient, he's kind, and he's very attentive to all the needs that my son has. He has diligently taken time to establish a relationship and build trust, which is of most importance. Mr. Palin has always been available, approachable, and very responsive to us and our son. He makes time for our son to prepare for the next day, even if it means that Mr. Palin has to work longer hours. I think I can say with certainty, too, that Mr. Palin treats every single one of the students at that middle school with the same amount of care and concern as he does mine. Someone willing to sacrifice their time and talent and energy to help students achieve academic excellence and flourish socially and emotionally deserves recognition for their outstanding work. School counselors are paramount to student success. In the world we live in today, students need to know that there are trusted adults who truly care about their success, and these current students are the future of our country. So thank you, Mr. Palin. And then
Now I'll call Dr. Adrian Clayton for the next presentation.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Adrian
Good
Clayton.
evening.
I'm a human resources investigator. They told me I had to read from here, so I want to make sure I read it correctly. I'm a human resources investigator with the district, and well, she's already here with me. He gave me the wrong one. Okay. I was honored to nominate Mrs. Liliana Munez Whitted, okay, for the UCPS Influencers Award. Mrs. Munez Whitted provided interpretation services during an extensive Title IX investigation that involved explicit subject matters. These interviews were lengthy, detailed, and emotional demanding. Although this type of work is familiar to me in my line of work as a Title IX investigator, it was not a setting in which she was used to. Despite the nature of the content and the intensity of the interviews, Mrs. Munez Whitted conducted herself with exceptional professionalism. She remained composed, attentive, and precise throughout the investigation, ensuring accurate interpretation while maintaining a calm and respectful presence for all participants. At no point did discomfort, shock, or hesitation show in her demeanor. Her ability to remain steady under such circumstances reflected a level of maturity and professionalism well beyond what could reasonably be expected in that situation. What stood out most was her empathy and compassion. She was mindful of the gravity of the situation and the impact the process would have had with everyone that was involved. Her presence helped create a space where communication could occur effectively and respectfully, even under those difficult conditions. The contribution is critical in investigative work and directly impacts the integrity of the process. Ms. Liliana handled an extraordinary, challenging situation with poise of a seasoned professional. Her conduct reflected positively on Union County Public Schools and demonstrated a deep commitment to supporting students and staff, even when the work is uncomfortable and demanding. She truly went above and beyond, and her influence on this matter was significant and meaningful. You're welcome.
Don't worry, I was off a little today too.
I will now read the UCPS Influencers Proclamation from the Board of Education and Dr. Houlihan. Whereas the Union County Board of Education values the hard work of each employee within the district, whereas performance is an essential part of district operations, whereas Stephen Palin and Liliana Munez Whitted exemplify the performance, dedication, and teamwork essential to the success of the district and its students. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Education for Union County Public Schools, and Dr. Andrew G. Houlihan, Superintendent, hereby proclaim Stephen Palin and Liliana Munez Whitted as the UCPS Influencers for February 2026. Congratulations on this outstanding honor, and thank you for all that you do to be a positive influence on others each and every day.
Congratulations once again to all of our winners. All righty. It's now time for public comments. Up to 60 minutes have been allocated for public comments at each regular board meeting. The board does not respond to public comments, though members may ask the chairman to request clarification. Priority to speak is given to district residents, parents, students, and employees. Speakers must be present when called or forfeit their opportunity. Only individuals who have signed up may speak. Time may not be transferred or shared. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. The board will not hear in open session 1, complaints about the performance of school personnel, 2, personnel issues, 3, confidential student issues. Should a speaker wish to seek information or share items that may not be shared during public comments, members of the UCPS cabinet staff are available to address your concerns or provide information. Cabinet staff members are seated at the table to my left. Pursuant to North Carolina General Statutes 143-318.17, any individual who willfully interrupts, disturbs, or disrupts an official meeting may be directed to leave by the presiding officer. Failure to comply with such a directive may result in removal from the meeting and could constitute a Class 2 misdemeanor. Please be advised that any member of the public engaging in such conduct will be removed from the meeting. Continued disruptive behavior may result in a review of eligibility to attend future meetings. And tonight, we have just one tonight in our lineup, and that is Miss Reagan Shaw.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Seems like a lot of instructions just for little old me. It's funny. I'm Reagan Shaw speaking once again on behalf of the Union County branch of the NAACP. And I'm here tonight just to go on record to one more time ask you to sit down with the Union County branch of the NAACP. Our last meeting was August. We have a lot of issues that we need to make progress on. We have asked multiple times for meetings now, so I hope you will take us up on that offer. We've had emails that have gone unanswered. So I just wanted to make sure that I go on record one more time to say, please take us up on the offer to sit down and make some progress on the mission of the NAACP. And happy Black History Month. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Motion to approval for the January 13th minutes. All in favor? Opposed? Motion to approve for a consent agenda.
So moved.
All in favor? Mr. Superintendent, we're in your hands, sir. What happened?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, everyone. February is a time that we call Love the Bus Month. It is a month dedicated to show appreciation and gratitude to our bus drivers as well as our transportation staff. These employees are very special as they not only drive buses and work on our fleet, but they also build very meaningful relationships with our students and families. Please take time to thank our drivers and transportation staff during the month of February, either in person and or through our post on social media. This month is also the time we honor Black history. The 2026 theme for our nation is A Century of Black History Commemorations to honor the 100th anniversary of Black History Month. Throughout February, our nation will honor past achievements while looking at the evolving legacy of Black contributions over the last century. Next, it is also enrollment season in UCPS. Last week, we kicked off our kindergarten enrollment and pre-K registration. If your child will be 5 years old on or above August 31st, please register to be a part of Team UCPS. Visit our website or social media pages for information or how to enroll in your local elementary school. We have held 2 pre-K parent information sessions, and the last one is next Thursday in 2 weeks, February 26th. Staff will be available to help families with applications, and interpreters will also be at this meeting. And finally, tonight is a very bittersweet evening for all of us, as we have 2 longtime employees, leaders, and members of our cabinet staff who will be retiring at the end of this month. Both have made an extremely lasting impact on public education and on Union County Public Schools. Michelle Morris has been our general counsel for 18 years and has served public education for 25 years. Jay Parker has been our chief technology officer for 9 years and has spent 30 years in public education. I want to thank you both for your service, for your dedication, for your leadership. Your roles are absolutely critical to the success of our district, and I do say you gave your best each and every day and went above and beyond for our students and for our families in Union County Public Schools. As you move on to retirement, please know that you have served and worked hard and done well, and now you can enjoy the next phase in your life. We will certainly celebrate you more in the coming weeks, but I'd like to ask you both to please stand so that we can recognize you.
Yay! Hear, hear.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Board members, we will back up. We have another member of the public that was here for public comments, and we will give him his time. And I pray that I say this correctly. Barak Jahari? Bobby Jerry. Oh, Bobby Jerry. Okay. All right. Thank you. You will now have your opportunity for your time.
Well, I greatly appreciate you all.
I apologize
No
for that
apologies
oversight.
needed. No. Celebration is always better than complaints, correct? So I wrote a quick script, so we'll keep it to the time, okay? Good evening, and thank you for your time. I'm here regarding morning traffic safety at Rocky River Elementary between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Rocky River Elementary serves over 500 students. During that 2-hour window, we have parents drop-off traffic, school buses, facility arrivals, and commuter traffic through, all covering on a public roadway that currently has active construction, no traffic signs, signals, and no reduced visibility. This involves elementary-aged children, many under the ages of 10, and parents navigating their vehicles during peak traffic conditions. There is also a documented pattern when a police officer is present directly directing traffic, the flow is controlled and accidents do not occur. When an officer is not present, collisions have happened, numerous, and one I was a part of, debris from a vehicle that had a head-on collision. According to national traffic safety data, the majority of school zone injuries occur during arrival and dismissal hours, precisely the time period we're discussing. The school has cited budget limitations, funding, and officer, and has stated that they cannot retain alternative traffic control personnel. This leaves a known safety risk on the public roadway without any professional management. This is not about convenience, it's about risk mitigation. The cost of prevention during a 2-hour window is minimal compared to the human and financial costs of a preventable accident involving a child. We are respectfully asking for a consistent traffic officer during the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. arrival period, at least for the duration of construction on Rocky River Road on an equivalent city-approved traffic control measure. We are discussing over 500 elementary students aging under the age of 10 entering a roadway during peak traffic times, with over 650 vehicles that occupy that road in an active construction zone without traffic signals. We have a drone actual access that shows 650 cars and trucks, buses, and construction vehicles that go up and down that road within that time, and I can provide that information for you. That's done by the federal government. We had a drone. I work for the federal government myself, so we had a drone going over and seeing how many actual moving vehicles there are. With the construction going on, they're building a 55 and older community. Oh, sorry.
No.
That's my time.
No, thank you, and again, total apologies.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just in conclusion.
No, that was it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're now going to hear our strategic plan, Mr. Hancock and Dr. J. Jones, or,
I'll take it first.
okay.
Good evening again. So just to kind of frame a little bit about this presentation, back in the 2017-18 school year, we launched a comprehensive strategic plan for UCPS that was set to expire at the conclusion of the 2023 school year. When the pandemic hit, the board gave the administration multiple years to delay because we had not successfully completed implementation of that plan. So we had several extensions. And as you're going to see and hear in a few minutes, we began working on a new strategic plan back in 2024. For the last 2 years, we've involved significant amount of stakeholder groups and focus group meetings. We've collected extensive data and has worked to develop what we're calling the 2026 Strategic Plan Executive Summary. This was presented back in January to SPTT with a unanimous vote to come to the board tonight for a public presentation. This is a very high level, 30,000 foot. The final actual full plan is still being finalized, but will consist of a much more detailed document when presented for internal and external consumption. In addition, as we've done in the past, when we begin to operationalize this plan, we will be presenting the board with monthly updates through the various committees so that you can see how implementation efforts are going. I also want the board and the public to know that this plan was developed completely in-house and internally. We did not spend any funding or on a consultant or a firm to help facilitate with this. This was all done with staff, time, resources, and all done in-house. Dr. Bashan Harris has led this work for us along with a phenomenal team of individuals, and he is here tonight to present the beginning of the plan, and then we'll turn it over to various cabinet staff for detailed presentation on their section. So, Dr. Harris, thank you for your leadership with this work, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Houlihan and members of the Board of Education. I'm extremely excited to present the 2026-2031 Strategic Plan. Although I have the privilege of sharing this plan with you, I did not develop it alone. I would like to publicly thank all stakeholders that participated in the development of this plan. Our overview for today will be, we will talk about stakeholders, we'll talk about the timeline, which we started, as Dr. Houlihan has stated, 2 years ago. We'll talk about vision and mission statement, which tells us where we're going and how we're going to get there. The strategic priorities, which are the themes from the survey. We'll also talk about next steps and implementation. So the timeline starts with the survey, again, 2 years ago, with over 500 survey responses. We've had 40, it says 40 meetings right here, but it was closer now to about 50 to 60 meetings at this point. Superintendent Advisory Council gave feedback, and he speaks to parents, teachers, and students. We've had many cabinet meetings with regards to the strategic plan, as well as multiple strategic plan committee meetings. Our leadership meetings were used to define our priorities, which I'll share with you later on in the presentation. These are the central service members that were on the strategic plan committee. And as you can see by the names here, these are not all just assistant superintendents at central services. There are a myriad of different names that were involved in the development of this, including directors like Brian Davis and Wendy Sheffero, which was a assistant director or is assistant director with child nutrition. We also had school and community representatives on the committee. As you can see, we have assistant principals, teachers, and we have 3 parents here listed representing each level of the school system. So AJ Olden represented high school, Mary Torres represented middle school, and we have Sarah Eisen, which represented elementary schools, and a community member. And probably my favorite group were the students, and they held us to the fire. Alexander Hutchins, which was Marvin Ridge High School, Cade Griffin, Piedmont High School, and Marion Griffin, which was at Forest Hills High School. Of course, all clusters were represented. So our timeline for the strategic plan, we divided it into 4 different quarters. The first quarter was mostly with data collection and stakeholder support or stakeholder input. The second quarter was the development of priorities and themes. Our third quarter was drafts and edits. We had about 12 drafts before we got to this point. And our fourth quarter was presentation and implementation. And again, these were the collaborators and that provided feedback for our strategic plan. So this chart gave us feedback from our survey. On the left-hand side, you see the themes. These are the themes that came up the most in our survey, themes or priorities. As you can see, we have safe and supportive culture, academic success, an HR theme, and family and community partnerships. On the right-hand side, we have suggestions and recommendations that came from each one of the themes. An example of that was for safe and supportive culture, mental health support, student supports, and globally prepared students, as an example. Okay, for the Union County Public Schools vision statement. The vision statement denotes where are we going and what is the ideal future for our students to prepare all students for college, career, and life. And our mission statement. What are we going to do to achieve our vision? Provide a high-quality education in a safe learning environment for all students every day. And finally, these are the strategic priorities that we're moving forward with. So next up, we're going to go into detail with regards to each one of these slides. We're going to talk, as you look, the top part is the priority. The second part is what are we going to do? And the details are the bullet points on how we're going to do it. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Jones.
Good evening, board members. So I'm going to take just a few moments to share with you information about our commitment to provide all of our students with a safe and supportive culture and environment. So I think we all know over the last decade, this board has been extremely supportive of us in making sure that we meet the physical and mental well-being needs of our students. We're grateful for that. We thank you for that, but you all know we're not satisfied with that, right? We're a district of continuous improvement. So with that in mind, we focus on the following areas. Overall school safety. So think physical safety of our buildings, right? We work closely with our law enforcement partners and other agencies in our community to consistently assess what we're doing with our safety measures and to address any vulnerabilities that we identify in those assessments. We also provide our students with mental health programming
through on-site mental health therapy, play therapy, teletherapy, all provided through more partners that we have in our community. And finally, we see it as our duty to meet the needs of our students through early intervention and wraparound services through what we call multi-tiered systems of support. And that includes work with folks like counselors and social workers and other professionals. So with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Dr. Rogers, to speak about academic success and innovation.
Good evening. So our Board of Education and our community know that we are the highest performing school system in the state, and we would like to thank our teachers, our building leaders, and our support staff for that accomplishment. We also want to be the number one choice for parents who are pursuing an excellent education for their children. And that is our goal, to be the number one choice. And so we're going to do that through continuous improvement. So we know that high quality, highly effective teachers make the greatest impact on student learning, and this will help us to maintain a high graduation rate, reduce the number of low-performing schools, and to close any achievement gaps that we have through providing high-quality instruction. Also, our current kindergartners will graduate in the year 2039, and although we don't yet know what their future holds, we do know that we need to position them to be able to visualize, and for all of our students to be able to visualize college and career opportunities and to plan for them. That is very important. We also know that high academic success is not enough for our students. Our students need to know how to communicate, collaborate, problem solve, and lead, and we will accomplish this through our Portrait of a Graduate to position our students for success. And finally, we have innovative programming across our clusters, and we need to continue to think about expanding and shifting the innovative programming so that we keep learning relevant and meaningful so that our students stay engaged in learning. And so I will turn it over to Dr. Kevin Plew for the next section.
Yeah, so number 3 here's recruitment and retention. I want to start off by saying, and sort of echoing a little bit of what Dr. Jones and Susan have already said, and that is that we are very proud of where we are with staffing. We feel like we're a leader in our region in staffing. We feel like that our staffing is as strong as it's been since 2019. So we're very proud of that. But we also want to then echo what's already been said, which is we're not happy with that, because the truth is we are not fully 100% staffed in every single position in the district, and therefore we still have work to do. And in doing that work, we must continue to look at data to determine what is working, such as our internal pipelines like Next Stop Teach UCPS, which we're seeing huge success with. The way to recruit teachers is really changing out there. It used to be going out to a university and recruiting straight from the university, but we know that pipeline is not providing us everything we need, and most of those folks already have a job before they ever graduate. So we've got to find other ways to recruit teachers into our schools, and our internal pipelines like Next Stop Teach UCPS are an example of what we're doing, having a great deal of success. But again, we must be constantly looking at data to adjust and tailor our recruitment strategies to and development strategies, and really our retention strategies to address the deficiencies that we're currently seeing. And we do have areas that are still very, very hard to staff, and we're already working. We're not waiting for this strategic plan to go in to start on it. This is just the roadmap that we'll be using. And the final thing I'll say is it's really easy in a school system to talk about your teachers, and we should. Our teachers are the crux of what happens in our district, but we must continue to concentrate on the development, the recruitment, the retention of all of our employees. We are spending a lot of time, as you can see with that last bullet, focusing on our classified staff, because we also want to make sure that we are hiring the very best classified employees, whether that be a bus driver, whether that be a teacher assistant, whether that be a cafeteria worker. We want to make sure we're hiring the very best of them so that they're supporting all of the other things that go on in our schools. And last but not least, Ms. Stalbert.
Thank you. Parent and community engagement. As we all know, students and schools thrive when our families are not only involved but engaged. And that's something that we are focused on now, but need to do more of and do a better job and expand on all the resources that we have. With this priority, it is important for us to provide parents with the resources they need to help their children at home, and that's what we will focus on. We have a growing population now with families who are non-English speakers, so how do we help those families? How do we look at providing resources for them? We will also look at how do we bring mentors into our schools? How do we connect the dots with our community on ways that they could come in and help our families? So I look at this as this is in the middle of all of the other priorities that we have to connect the dots on academics, on safety and security, and also on recruitment and retention. And so this, to me, is very important. It kind of wraps it up in a bow, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we're helping our students so they can in turn help our families and parents so they can in turn help our students.
Thank you all very much. Next steps, we're seeking approval for the strategic plan. At this point, if given the approval, we'll do final design plans for February and March, and we'll present the final plan to employees, students, and partners and families across our organization. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Questions? All right, thank you, Dr. Harris. Motion on the strategic plan?
So moved.
All in favor? Thank you, team, and greatly appreciate that. Great job. We're now in the hands of, maybe if I don't say it, then she won't leave, Ms. Morris.
Thank you. And just for the minute's sake, I wanted to clarify that that last motion was to approve the strategic plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Tonight before you, there are 3 administrative guidelines, 1, 2, 3, 4 policies for your review. I will try and answer any questions that anyone has on any of those. Thank you.
All right. Next, we have our board comments.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
good evening to the board and to everyone here. I just want to celebrate what I consider to be a successful strategic plan that you all have created. And I'm glad to hear from each presenter something that I was taught, that the biggest room in the whole wide world is the room of improvement. And so even though we are extremely successful, knowing that the desire and the goal is to improve and to get better. So looking forward to supporting the work that you all are going to do. I want to celebrate this month of Black History Month, the great accomplishments that not just nationwide that we celebrate, but even locally within our community, not just as it pertains to civic or social exercise of justice and those things that are right for all, but even in education. Education has definitely been impacted by Black America, and we just continue to strive and work together with all humanity so that we will eliminate barriers that could repeat those things from the past that have hindered not just us, but everyone who's connected and a part of this United States of America. So happy Black History Month. I'm looking forward to hearing the great things that the schools are doing as they have done previously in the past. And as we, as a board and as a community, celebrate, we understand that celebrating Black History Month is not just celebrating Black America, but it's celebrating all America. So again, we're excited, looking forward to great things in the month of February and the rest of the school year. And thank you all for allowing me to serve, and looking forward to continuously serving and seeing great things from UCPS.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a second and thank, I hate it, but thank Jay Parker and Michelle Morris for their years of service and dedication. You guys will you'll leave a lasting impact on the school district, and I know definitely a lasting impact on me. Just your insightfulness and the knowledge that you've given to me and my time on this board has been greatly appreciated. I really do appreciate everything y'all have done and wish you the best in your next phase. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to echo that and thank you for your service, Mr. J. Parker and Mrs. Michelle Morris. I can honestly say that two of you are top in your roles with the system. I mean, it's going to be hard shoes to fill, and we are going to miss you. So, thank you, though.
I'd also like to echo what
Yes, ma'am.
My three colleagues have said as well. I thank you for presenting the strategic plan, and as Reverend Kirkpatrick said, that even though we are top performing and everything, there's always room for improvement and always room to do better and be better and strive for our kids and our teachers and our staff. So thank you guys for presenting that. And also I did not approve the retirement, so just saying, but that's fine. No, I wish you guys the best. Thank you. In the last 3.5 years that I've been here, they've been so helpful with so many things, and Jay's gotten so sick of me talking about trying to log into my computer, and I'm sure Michelle has had plenty of exhausting phone calls from me. But thank you guys, and I wish you guys all the best. And if you ever want to come back, we'll take it. So thank you.
Anyone else would like to comment?
When is their official last day? They're not. Okay. I'm in agreement with you.
The 27th.
The 27th, okay. So I think I got to bake a red velvet cake before y'all leave. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
They're retiring, not y'all at the table.
Now, don't be coming here with no one cake. Anyone else? All right, I will close out these board comments by adding my heartfelt appreciation to two people that have given me words for life. I will be quoting them well after they've gone off the scene, some of the things that we've done. And like you, Member Green, I've went through my series of calling Jay on this login stuff, so I think I've become an expert. And I even figured out something tonight while I was sitting here, so y'all should be proud of me. This is, so congratulations and thank you, and looking forward to great things. As I was coming in tonight, I was thinking about Black History Month. And I was thinking how we always, a lot of times we look to, and I appreciate Reverend Kirkpatrick's comments on that as well. We always kind of look to the past to point out what great Black leaders have done before. But as I was coming in, I was thinking, what about current work? And I thought about our team, Team UCPS, and I thought about two people. One part of cabinet staff, I thought about Ms. Tahira Talbot, and how she has revolutionized our media, our communication. And I just wanted to say thank you for your efforts on that during Black History Month. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't bring up a Red Hawk. And I thought about one great man in our county, Coach Johnny Sal. And I thought about all that he have achieved, well over 30 some odd years, helping young men and women, because he not only coaches football and basketball, but he's also a track coach. So he works with young ladies as well. And he have helped them. And I thought about specifically, and as a Tar Heel, this was hard for me to say, but I'll go ahead and say it. I remember that we had 3 young men to graduate from Monroe, pretty close proximity within about a 5-year period. Isaac Blakeney, Jamison Crowder, and Quashawn Chambers. And they all went to Duke University. They all played football, and they all graduated. And if you talk to each one, they'll tell you the impact that Coach Johnny Sal had on their life. And so I just wanted to take a moment to not only look at our glorious past, but also look at our present and say thank you to those that are making great contributions during this Black History Month. So, will there anyone else? Hearing none, we'll go into our announcements.
Mr. Chair, Finance meets the 24th at 8 o'clock via Zoom.
And the
Thank you, sir.
Strategic Planning, Technology, and Transportation Committee will meet on Wednesday, the 25th via Zoom at 8 a.m.
Thank you.
Facilities will follow that on the 25th at 9 a.m., and then curriculum will meet at 10 a.m. via Zoom.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am.
Policy will meet February the 17th at 8 o'clock via Zoom.
Thank you, sir. And we appreciate all those great committee chairs, and thank you for your efforts as well. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?